Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Curious Startup. Today we have with us another one of the most successful student entrepreneurs on BITS Goa campus, Mohit and Gaurav. Hi Mohit, hi Gaurav.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. So, let me not introduce what their startup is all about, but I'll just give you a brief overview. They are the co-founders of Sensum FinTech, one of the most potential domains that I think personally. So, why don't you tell us what your startup is all about?
Sure.
So what we at Sensum Research do is we have a platform where retail investors can come on and invest in algorithmic trading strategies. Now, what are these algorithmic trading strategies? So as you know, with the invention of technology in the finance field, now people can actually automate their trading strategies. So what we do is we basically just tell them which stocks to buy and which to sell through an algorithm. So how it helps the investor is there are no emotions involved, so their investing gets better, they get higher returns, they have a higher level of transparency than the traditional investment products like mutual funds or any AIFs. So that is the main problem that we are trying to solve.
And one more thing that I would like to add is these sort of algorithms were before this time they were available only to high net worth individuals.
Okay.
So let's say you're a millionaire and you want to invest your money, right? Then a hedge fund will take your money and then they'll play around with algorithms on your money.
Oh.
Now, what we are trying to do is we are trying to take these algorithms, trying to democratize them. So if you are able to pay a 100 rupee subscription fee, you can have access to the algorithms. As simple as that.
Okay, so there are two things I would like to question on this. You mentioned democratize. A lot of us don't really know the definition of the term in this aspect. So could you please elaborate on what you mean by democratize?
Sure. So recently we have heard a lot about mutual funds. I think almost everyone knows about mutual funds because they have run such a widespread campaign. Mutual funds sahi hai, you might have heard, right? So that is what I mean by democratization.
Right.
When everyone has access to high quality investment products. That is what democratization is. And we're trying to do that with algorithms. Think of it like a new asset class. Your grandfather probably invested in gold. Your father probably invested in real estate, mutual funds. But our generation is going to be investing in algorithms, and that is what we are trying to pioneer in India.
So if I throw in some facts, in developed countries, almost 70% of the trading volume is by algorithmic trading.
Okay.
And in India, it's less than 40%. So, it's on the rise, and all developed countries have more than 70% of the trading volume by algorithms. So I think we are at a initial inflection point in this field,
Right.
and it is about to boom right now.
And one more thing is the investment in mutual fund is rising 25% year on year.
Oh.
So a lot of people are becoming aware of investing in stock market. Now when we provide them with a higher quality product than the mutual funds, I think that's where the inflection point is going to happen.
Oh, well, I consider myself financially illiterate maybe because this is something that I haven't come across and not everybody usually talks about this.
Yeah.
See, because people aren't willing to take risks as you're all aware.
Correct.
And hence the mutual fund is a very established scheme, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So how do you plan to, convince the audience or the people that it's safe or it's worth a shot giving, investing in you guys?
So what happens in our platform is we also have the backtested results of all these algorithms which have a defined drawdown. Now what is drawdown? Drawdown is basically the money that you can lose on your capital. Okay, so if I say that it has a 10% drawdown, that means that historically speaking, that algorithm can take your money down from 1000 to 900.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 10% drawdown. So by putting out these details and giving it to the investors, they can take a better decision, right? With mutual funds and all these traditional investment products, you don't have these kinds of transparency in them. So
basically, we are telling the investors, don't trust us, trust the data that we are showing you. These are the past 10 years results of this algorithm, and it has been up 30%. We can check it out historically. You can check out what the trades were on every specific day of the past 10 years for this algorithm. It is telling them trust the data, and that's how you can trust the algorithm.
That is how technology is helping the finance industry.
Right. It is all about transparency. When I tell you every trade that I take, when I tell you every trade that this algorithm has taken in the past 10 years, that's when you will trust me, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I recently got a call from one of these, agents or whatever you call them. They were like, invest in this company and we'll advise you. And I actually bought their advice, and I ended up making a small loss. As much as I'm ashamed to say, I think I've lost my trust in a couple of people in this sense. So the fact that you rely on data to establish yourself, it's a pretty good.
So I'll tell you what happened with you. So these are calling services. They'll tell 50% of the people to buy the stock. They'll tell other 50% to sell the stock. So they always retain 50% of the business.
So that's how things are currently in the Indian finance industry, and we are not at all happy to see this this kind of practices in the Indian industry.
I'm pretty sad about it. As much as I can personally associate. Another question I would like to ask: cryptocurrency is an emerging field. I'm that much aware at least. So, do you have any plans of making use of it in your startup?
If I'm right, I'll tell you one story. What happened is, so we got selected into Y Combinator. We got selected into Y Combinator's final round, which was I think 4 or 5 months back. And so we would compare our actual business model is very much similar to Matrix. So Matrix is a crypto thing. They do the same thing.
Matrix is an ID Bombay startup. They are doing similar stuff what we are doing in the Indian equity markets for the crypto markets.
And they are a YC alum. So they got selected into YC. So when it was our interview, so if you know about the process of YC, so it's a very, very different process that you would see from the rest of the industry. So how it goes out is, first to fill out a detailed form wherein you don't talk about your CV or your resume. You just have to answer, I would say, weird questions. When was the last time you hacked the system?
It's basically you get to know a lot more about your own startup. You get to know a lot more about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So they are picking out, I don't know, in the most weird sort of way, they are picking out the winners. Airbnb, 9gang, most of the big startups are Y Combinator alumni. So we were very thrilled when we got in the final round.
So and would you advise those who don't have a very strong profile to give this a shot? Because you just mentioned they don't look at a CV or your CG or any such thing, and they instead help you introspect about yourself.
So one important thing obviously is the credibility. Think of it this way. Let's say an investor is giving you his money. What he would want you to have done in your life is have achieved a set of things. Do it as simple as you can compare it to getting a job, right? Why would I give you a job in my company, or why would I give you my money to do your own business? So credibility matters a lot, but at the same time, they are not just looking out for nerds or something. They're looking for people who have done something different in life, who've actually beaten the system a couple of times.
So this reminds me of a great thing that what we wrote in our answer. One of our answers, the question was when was the last time you break the system, hack the system, and how did you benefit from it? So our answer was, in our childhood, what happened was there was a friend and who was sick. So he wanted money, but his parents were not that well off. So what we did was we created a fake. If you know about Smile Foundation, it's an NGO that works for underprivileged children, all those kinds. So what we did was kind of illegal, but it was helping people at the same time. So and it was small, so we didn't know what to do. So what we did was we just took a printout of a page written on top Smile Foundation, and then there were different columns like money you want to donate, and then we took that sheet and we went to different societies. And in the name of Smile Foundation, we were taking money.
So essentially, you did a wrong task or an undermined task with positive intentions. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
So